Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mindy here. I hope you had an amazing weekend and you're off to the start of a phenomenal week. Today marks the 50th upload that I have on YouTube, and I didn't plan on being here long term, but I am truly enjoying so much the engagement, the interaction with other people who have the same obsession, the same passion, the same hobby that I do, and for that reason I just love the engagement. I truly genuinely enjoy interacting, and I get a lot of feedback and suggestions and recommendations from you guys, and I love sharing my recommendations on fragrances I adore as well. So thanks to each and every one of you who subscribed, who like my videos, or have followed my channel. I truly, sincerely appreciate you. So today I'm going to talk about some fragrances that I just recently brought into my collection. I have had Brazilian Crush by Sol de Janeiro, and this is Cheriosa 62 for quite some time. I've had it over a year and I really enjoy this fragrance. It has a little bit of a beachy vibe, and lately I've been in the mood for other beachy fragrances, other coconut tropical type fragrances, starting to think about a beach vacation. And so I was looking to buy fragrances that were along these lines. Now, I don't think all of these fit that bill, but they are great and mostly affordable fragrances that I'm excited to talk about today. So if that interests you, please stay tuned. One thing I'll mention is that I am doing a giveaway in this video. I'll talk about the giveaway details at the very end of this video, but I'll be giving a decant of Utopia Vanilla Cocoa. It's a decant from a former giveaway that I had. I gave away one decant. I wasn't able to give away the other because the person I was trying to send it to was outside of the US. So in this case, I saved that decant. I'll be sending it out. And I also want to make a decant of one of the fragrances that I'm speaking about today. Whichever fragrance of your choice you'd like to have, I will send out to the winner of this giveaway, selected by random draws. So stay tuned if that interests you. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. So first up is Brazilian Crush Cheeriosa 62. Now, I've had this in my collection for a while, but I just wanted to set the stage of what I was expecting from these other fragrances that I brought into my collection. This really transports me to a beach and gives me a very tropical feel, which is kind of odd because there are no tropical notes in here. There's pistachio, almond, heliotrope, jasmine, there's caramel, vanilla, salt, and sandalwood. So mostly when I think about this transporting me, it must be that salty vibe that I'm picking up from this fragrance that really transports me, makes me think of a beach. But this one does have just an overall tropical-like vibe to it. It does sort of remind you of maybe a sunscreen or a suntan oil, and it's a beautiful fragrance. Now, when I first got this, it did start off a little bit too gourmand to me. It took me a while, a couple wears, to really fall in love with this one because it is very, very sweet. And if you're not into sweet fragrances that are quite gourmand, I'm not sure that this one would be for you. But if you do like gourmand fragrances, this is an extraordinary fragrance to check out. I find it to be decadent, it's sweet, again it's gourmandish, and I'm actually surprised by how much nuttiness I pick up in this one. Again, there is pistachio and almond here, and that nuttiness, that sweetness from the caramel really shines through here, and those seem to be the key players that I pick up. It's odd because I can't quite tell you what a pistachio smells like. I love to eat pistachios. I'll put up here the pistachios that I really, really love. I recently discovered them, but I love to eat them. I know they're kind of creamy, and you definitely get a creamy nuttiness here. But overall, I don't know what a pistachio smells like, but there's absolutely nuttiness in this fragrance. With the vanilla mixed in, with the pistachios, with the almonds, with the caramel, this is just a delicious fragrance that I think a lot of gourmand lovers would love, they would enjoy. I think for somebody seeking out a beach type fragrance, this is an awesome one to try because it is quite affordable. Again, I don't see a lot of tropical notes in this fragrance, but it does transport me into that mindset of being on a beach and an awesome fragrance. So because of this one, I wanted to try a couple others from the line. I just recently noticed that they have some others that have come out, and I truly did want more of a beachy type vibe. I didn't get that from these others that I added, but I do truly enjoy the fragrances. Okay, the next fragrance that I want to talk about, I was a little bit apprehensive to pick up. This is Brazilian Crush Cheeriosa 71. And this is a fragrance that seems to have mixed reviews on Fragrantica. There are a variety of different things that people pick up from this fragrance. One person said they picked up a burnt roasted nut type scent profile. Check, I got that from this. Somebody else said they got salt and buttery popcorn. Check, I get that as well, sort of in the background. Somebody said they get s'mores from this fragrance. Yep, check, I get that as well. There's a little bit of a macadamia cookie type vibe here, a little bit of a vanilla type scent that's weaved in here. It is very sweet, very gourmandish, just like the other fragrance that I spoke about, Cheriosa 62. This does not smell like that original Brazilian Crush fragrance, but it's very sweet. It's along those lines, and I definitely pick up that sweetness, that nuttiness, that warmth from this one as well. Now in this fragrance is caramel, just like the other one, macadamia, white chocolate, vanilla, coconut nectar, and sea salt. So I get a little bit of all of those notes with the exception of the coconut. Me seeing coconut in this one was sort of a signal that I thought it was going to be kind of a beachy gourmand type fragrance, but that is not the case for me. I do not get any sort of beachy type vibe from this one. For me, it is more of a warm, delicious, cozy, gourmand type fragrance. It is buttery. This does make me think of s'mores for sure, but more so the buttery, warm graham cracker that's in them with a little bit of white chocolate, a little bit of macadamia nut, almost like a macadamia nut cookie with white chocolate mixed with some graham cracker. That's kind of the warm, cozy, gourmand vibe that I'm picking up from this fragrance. Again, I was hoping for a beachy scent here. I didn't get that. Really thought I'd get it from that coconut, but it's not here. This is one that I'll probably be reaching for in the winter months as it starts to cool down. It might be a little bit warm for the summer months, though it's kind of a light fragrance. It's not overly heavy to me, so I think someone who really loves their gourmands and wants to wear them all year round, this is probably a good choice for you. Again, an affordable option like the other Brazilian Crush fragrances, one that I enjoy. This is Cheriosa 71 by Sol de Janeiro. The next fragrance that I have here is also from the Sol de Janeiro line, and this is Brazilian Crush Cheeriosa 40. And this is one that I picked up based on so many positive reviews on Fragrantica. I definitely was inspired to learn what this fragrance was like because it was compared to a couple other very popular fragrances. Now, while I did think the reviews were absolutely spot on about this fragrance and it really gave me a good indication of what to expect here, I guess I wasn't really expecting it to not have any sort of beachy qualities just because my mindset thought that this was kind of a beachy brand. So that being said, you could probably wear this in the evenings on a beach, but it may not be an actual beachy fragrance that you would wear. So the reviews that I read really compared this to Vanilla Woods by 7 Virtues as well as Vanilla 28 by Kayali. And again, I thought they were spot on. I truly think this smells like both of those fragrances. I think this probably smells more so like Vanilla Woods by 7 Virtues, which I have a decant of and I've played with a little bit, but I also think it does have a very similar feel to Vanilla 28 by Kayali. The only difference that I sense from these two fragrances is that this one goes a little bit warmer and deeper with that brown sugar that's in here and that vanilla that's in here, but also this one has a plum note in it. So there's a little bit of a fruity vibe from this fragrance, and it's a more dark fruity vibe, not like you would get from berries or you would get from a mandarin orange. This is a little bit deeper because of that plum. But these fragrances are very, very similar in nature to me, and I think for somebody who wanted to try Kayali Vanilla 28 but didn't want to spend the money for it, I do think this might be one to check out and see if you like that scent profile. And if you do, maybe move on to this one when you finish this bottle. Just a thought there because I do think they are fairly similar in nature. I'll probably reach for this one a little bit more so in the cool months, But this one is probably versatile all year round because it is vanillic, it is warm, but it does have that fruitiness that keeps it from going too deep or too overpowering, maybe a little bit too cloying. I think this is an awesome option. I do think this would probably be a safe blind buy. I think the price point is around $20 to $25 on the Sol de Janeiro website, and I think it's a beautiful fragrance. So that is Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Crush Cheriosa 40. The last fragrance that I have here is Aerin Hibiscus Palm. And this is a little mini that I was able to pick up on eBay, and I'm so glad I did. I've been wanting to learn about this fragrance for quite some time. I've seen it come up quite a bit in comparison to Terracotta by Guerlain and some of the other tropical fragrances that I wanted to explore. So I'm excited to have my hands on it and be able to play with it a little bit. So the first thing that I noticed from this fragrance, it is very tropical. The notes in here include florals like frangipani, there's ylang ylang, hibiscus, and there's also coconut milk that all kind of give it a little bit of a tropical vibe. It is creamy, it's warm, it has a little bit of a solar feel to it, probably because of those tropical florals that are in here. And I do find it to be a very floral heavy fragrance. So if you're not into florals, this may be one that you want to test before you buy it. It has a classy feel to it as well. When I think about kind of a tropical beachy type fragrance, this is much more on the elegant side of things. I think it would be appropriate for a business setting. You could really wear this anywhere you wanted. I envision a very classy lady on the beach wearing a white sundress, looking amazing. This would definitely be a setting for this fragrance, but also you could wear it to the beach, you could wear it to an event with your family, an event with your kids. This is just a very versatile fragrance, even though it's kind of marketed or comes across as more of a beachy type fragrance. I guess my gripe about this fragrance is that I'm not getting enough of the coconut from it. Yes, it has a tropical vibe, and yes, it is a beautiful fragrance, but being a gourmandie, I want to get a little bit more of that coconut from this one. I had envisioned in my mind that it would be a little bit more like Bobbi Brown The Beach, and it would have a little bit more of that suntan oil vibe that I like. But in this one, you get quite a bit more of those florals, and they really stick around throughout the fragrance. It's just a lovely fragrance, but it's leaving something missing for me. So who knows? There could be a point in time where I do move forward with a full bottle here, but this will do for now. This is a mini. I'm enjoying playing with it. Again, that is Hibiscus Palm by Erin. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As I mentioned, I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I do want to share the giveaway details. I am giving away one decant of Utopia Vanilla Cocoa by Kayali, and that will be the first person that comes up on the random draw. And then for the second person, I'd love to give away one decant of any one of these fragrances that I spoke about today, with the exception of Hibiscus Palm, because I only have a very small mini for that fragrance. But any one of these will work perfectly fine. You'll just have to let me know if you win which one you like. So to qualify for this giveaway, please first subscribe to my channel. Second, you must live in the United States. And third, just leave me a comment down below. What are your favorite summer fragrances? What are your favorite beachy fragrances? What fragrances do you wear when you're thinking about a vacation? Definitely want to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and until next time, I'll see you soon.